How's it going, everybody? This is JD, Child of Phoenix. Today is July 1st. Want to say hi to everybody. What we're going to cover right now is basically, what do you feel the end game necessarily is? Okay, and do you see what different end games are being pushed for? A lot of people will say, yeah, they wanted to stabilize the economy. We got vaccines coming. We have this coronavirus. 50% of the people say it's bullshit. Other 50% of the people say, oh my God, it's going to kill us all. Everybody's getting caught up on the small shit, which is why it's set up there for. Everybody's stressing out on the economy, jobs, coronavirus, things of that nature, but nobody's watching what's going on overseas. It's basically boils down to a perception thing. Now, this is my own personal thought, so take it with a grain of salt. The majority of people live in their own perception of what they believe reality to be. They don't really see things for what they truly are. I covered a little bit of this in one of my other videos. Now, on the perception aspect, that is pretty dangerous. Now, I'm going to give you another aspect to really apply to people that is not just dangerous, it's scary as shit. Most people out there, here, I'm going to put it like this, all right? One of the main people that are under attack right now are the Christians, all right? I don't think it really matters what division of Christianity you are, but Christianity is definitely under attack. Now, with that being said, there's been many things put forth to draw people away from, if you want to call it God, the Creator, whatever terms you're most comfortable using. But everybody's been pulled away from that. Why have they been pulled away from that? Because that is what people latch onto to have good morals, to really think about things. Wow, if I do this shit, there could be consequences. So what they've done is, through social engineering, is they've made people not only live in their own perception of what reality is, but actually people now are their own gods. They can justify doing foul stuff. Take, for example, a couple that's together, all right? And let's say one of the partners cheats on the other and the other one finds out about it. They have a big fight, they end up staying together, whatever. Then down the road, the other person gets the opportunity to cheat. And then in their head, they said, well, my partner cheated on me, so I can do this, and then we're even, all right? There's a prime example of justifying the foul activity. And that, like I said, that's just an example. Now, all this foul activity that's going on, there's something much deeper than what you just can physically see on the surface of things. Everything that is going on here, there's much, much deeper things that are attached to it. You take Black Lives Matter. You take the pussy hat wearing people. You take the women's, or not women's rights, what are they called? The freaking feminists. You take the feminists, you take all these groups, all right? Now, the transgenders, the this, the that. Now, if you put all of them together, they all stand under one flag. Now, some of them will say, no, I don't agree with that group. Well, guess what? You're one of the people that's holding the handles, pushing the cart. Whether or not you agree with it or not, that cart is still getting moved forward. There is definitely, you could call it dark forces, evil people, whatever the case may be, that are at work right now. And they are at work. The good people are not at all. And I should say at all. In some degrees they are. But when you're going against somebody, I'm trying to pick my words carefully right now. When you're going against somebody, if you're not putting 100% effort forward, you're not going to win. Plain and simple. You will not win. Now, here's what to think about. If all these groups that are out there win, what are they trying to win? Besides the obvious destabilization of everything, whether it's your gender, whether it's your thought process, whether it's what you can say in public, whether it's what you want to religiously believe in, whether it's anything. It's over. Done. Done. I personally believe that a lot of these issues we're experiencing now actually got started late 50s. Probably in the late 50s. Definitely within the 60s. That's where a lot of it started with the hippies and all that other stuff. That's when people started drifting off. There is very little chance of this country coming back around. We've already entered into the new norm. All right? Who the fuck decided this was the new norm? Did you decide it? I sure as the fuck didn't. They never asked me, hey, Jenny, what do you think? Yeah, do you agree this should be the new normal? No. So who's pushing that the new normal? Who's pushing that you need to stand in line until this person tells you to go ahead? You need to wear masks so that way children are getting pre-programmed at a young age that they need to be wearing masks. All right. Now let's see what two types of people mask up in their countries. One, Chinese people. The next one, the females in the Islamic countries. Now, China, I know, is not a fan of Islam. I'm not sure if Islam is necessarily a fan of China. But there's that old famous saying, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. We used to be the bad boys on the block, not so much anymore due to having mass immigration into our country, a total onslaught of social engineering, creating a fuck ton of beta males, and it's getting worse. Now, to the end game. Some people believe that we are on a knife's edge right now. Whether most people believe it or not, like I said, I don't really care. This is my own opinion. But a lot of people I talk to that I would consider to be extremely intelligent people state that we are on a knife's edge. Now, the sad part is all the good people right now are chasing their jobs. They're trying to work. They're trying to get what money they can, so if this economy crashes, they'll be able to take care of themselves and take care of their family. What's funny is the other side has been pre-programmed to not care about any of that shit. You do realize that, right? They don't care. They don't need a job because they're on food stamps. They don't need nothing. They can live on minimal stuff. They don't have families. They don't have the emotional family ties that the rest of us have. They have nothing to lose. Where the side that is being overwhelmed has a lot to lose and is scared of losing it. Why? Because we think ahead. We kind of plan and see, oh shit, if I make this decision, bad things are going to happen. They don't think of that at all. All they do is they run strictly off emotion. Who's the ones that created this emotion in them? Who are the ones that told them, hey, you're a victim? Who are the ones that told them, hey, you're getting picked on? It's absolutely funny to me that you watch all of the violence, the evil rhetoric, the hate, and all that other stuff is not coming from the, if you want to call it, Republican side of things. It's coming from the Democratic side of things. And I don't even like calling it Democratic because it's not democratic. And there are Democrats out there that are not in support of this. And my own opinion, it's wrong to throw those people under the same umbrella as leftists. Now, what do they want? They want guys thinking they're girls, cutting their peepees off. Bob's now Tammy. They want abortion city. Kill babies. It's your body. Even though the body of a baby's in your body, it's still your body. Okay? Open borders. They want restlessness. They want hate. They want all this. Now, all those things I just mentioned, yeah, they want it, but they want it to use as pawns. These are all pawns. Now, let's start looking at the bishops and the rooks. If everything destabilizes, they have utter control. If they have utter control, look through history, which they're trying to tear down and get rid of. That's why they're removing all the statues. That's why if you see, like, all the old movies have been redone with completely different types of people playing the parts. They are trying to get rid of Western civilization. Why? Because Western civilization is the greatest threat to them. Why? We ask questions. We educate ourselves. And when you push us to a certain point and we hit the fuck it switch, it's bad. It's bad. Our poor law enforcement that's out there is getting their asses basically handed to them on the news media. It's not right. These are people that put their life on the line to protect me, protect you, protect your families, all this other stuff. There are ways to fix things. And if you don't know what those ways are, you probably shouldn't be listening to me right now. But something's got to change. The end game is extremely scary. The end game is something that nobody is prepared for. Like, if you ask the average person, hey, what do you know about the Asian hornets that are now in the United States that kill off mass beehives? Did you even know that we already had issues with the bees years and years ago, getting that sudden hive death syndrome, whatever the hell it is, but basically they just die off? What about all the frogs and things like that that are no longer here anymore? What about the food spikes that are going through the roof? Why is food getting so expensive? All these things are leading up to the end. To the end result, I should say. To the end result. Who is really going to be the beneficiary of this? My guess is once all this destabilizes, it will be China. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. It will be China. China has the numbers to overrun us on our land and here on our own soil. The Democrats have brought in plenty of reinforcements from other countries and paid them off with food stamps and free housing and all this other free healthcare stuff, so they breed like cockroaches. And it's sad because some of these people that come from other countries really do want a change in life. The majority of them do not. That being said, the destabilization is already here. It's knocking on your door. Are you going to sit on your couch and watch the TV with your beer in your hand and your refrigerator full of food, and hope that the knocking goes away? Because from what I'm seeing, that's what everybody's doing. That, or they're blame placing. They're saying, well, it's Black Lives Matter's fault, or it's the fucking coronavirus fault, or it's Trump's fault, it's this person's fault. How about this? How about looking in the mirror and staring at yourself and saying, all the shit that's going on, this is my fault. I have nobody to blame for this but myself. Why? Because I keep my mouth shut at work, because I don't want to offend anybody. I don't call anybody out because I'm scared of conflict. I let people, go and protest downtown and burn up all our shit and smash windows and all this other stuff. So I got to get up at work and go to work tomorrow. I need to have 8 hours of sleep before I go to work. Get the fuck out of here. All I'm saying is it's going to build up to a boiling point, and when the boiling point comes and people finally do say enough is enough, it's going to be way too late. Way too late. I really don't know about what to do with everything that's going on. I would say definitely be prepared, to say the least. Be prepared to protect your family and loved ones, property, food, all that jazz. But is protection really enough? Probably not. Get a little deeper. What is necessarily the end game? Do you believe in heaven? Do you believe in hell? Who do you think is really going to go to heaven? Who do you think is going to burn in hell? And why I say that, I don't necessarily mean like caught on fire or going up to some pearly gate place. But when the time comes and your days are over, are you dying with a clean conscience? Or are you going to die in misery, mentally? Thinking about, what could I have done different? Did I change anything? Did I make anybody's lives better? Most people don't think this until the end of the road is punching them in the face. I've watched quite a few people pass. One family member in particular was arrogant through life, very self-centered. And I sat there and I watched that person as they were drifting in and out of consciousness, scared as shit, because now you're facing it. Well, with what's coming, I honestly believe is going to scare people to the point where it's almost going to be at the same level as dying. Because everything that you had, everything that you thought, all of that is going to be gone. What would happen? How would you feel as soon as you got off work, your car broke down? You went to call somebody to come, tow truck to come get you. Phone doesn't work. Shit, you walk to Circle K, slide your debit card, there's no money in your bank account. You hoof it back to your house. You get to your house. Your family's gone and all your food's gone. You hear commotion outside. Somebody's raiding a house next door. And somebody just tossed a Molotov cocktail in the freaking window. Now the whole apartment complex is on fire. You get away from it. You look over to your right and you see a cop car pulling up and you think, oh God, hell yeah, somebody's going to save me. The cop jumps out of the car. 2 people run out of the apartment complex. He grabs them, throws them in the car, and fucking leaves. There's a saying that people use, you're standing there with nothing but your dick in your hand. What are you going to do at that point? Do you think it's a possibility that could happen? Maybe not so specific, but metaphorically. People really need to start putting a thought process behind everything that is going on. Really let it sink in. The heaven and hell part, or being able to pass in peace, is knowing that you made the right decisions, and you didn't do anything foul. Because I'll tell you what, the others, they're all about being foul. All about it. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about yanking babies out of a chick. They get happy. We're making some money on this shit. They don't care about a lot of different things. And they sure as the fuck don't care about you. So, just giving you guys something to think about. I kind of jumped all over the place on this one because I didn't have really anything real specific. But hopefully there were a couple things I've mentioned that kind of get your brain turning a little bit on what's really going on, mentally wise. Alright, this is JD from Phoenix. You guys have a good day.